Hello everyone, in this video, we will be modeling some chess pieces using Blender 2.79. We will start by modeling the pawn and the rook. In a new Blender project, we delete everything by selecting everything with A, and then pressing X to delete. Next, we add the reference image which you can download from the description below and adjust it to center the pawn on the red axis. Press Shift+A to add a new mesh, which is a UV sphere. Decrease the number of segments to 16 and the number of rings to 8. Enter Edit mode with Tab and scale the ball to the size of the pawn's head. Select the bottom vertex and press X to delete and choose Vertices. Select the ring of vertices, then press E to extrude. Drag it down in the Z-axis and press S to scale it up. Now, the process is almost the same. We extrude the ring, drag it down in the Z-axis, and scale it to match the shape of the pawn. In some cases, we need additional edge loops, so we add them with Ctrl and R and specify the number of edges using the numpad keys. To fill the last hole, press the space key and search for Grid Fill. It will automatically fill it. Okay, let's add smooth shading. From the Modifiers tab, add a subdivision surface modifier. Some edges become smoother than we need, so to bring back some sharpness, we select the edges and bevel them by pressing Ctrl and B. Check all the edges and apply the bevel to them. Now we have finished modeling the pawn. Let's move on to the rook. First, let's move the reference image to center the rook and move the pawn aside. We select the lower part of the pawn to use it. Select the center vertex and click Ctrl with the plus sign to expand the selection. Press Shift plus D to duplicate, move it to the rook's place. Press Ctrl plus P to unlink the meshes from each other. Reset the origin point for the mesh. Try to scale the mesh to match the lower part of the rook. If you're not satisfied with the result, select one ring and invert the selection with Ctrl plus I. Delete the selection with X. Similar to the first part, the process is just extruding the ring with E, moving it in the Z axis, and scaling it to match the shape. I deactivate the subdivision surface modifier to see the mesh more easily. We fill the hole using the grid fill from the search bar. If we need more edge loops, we add them with Ctrl and R, then specify the number of edges using the numpad keys. For the top part, we switch to phase select mode, choose 3 faces, and leave 1. We extrude the selected faces with E. Then, we fill the last hole. Activate the subdivision surface modifier. Now we need to fix the mesh. First, we add smooth shading. For the top part, we add some edge loops with Ctrl+R. Then, we move them up to sharpen the edges. We do the same thing and move the edges down. Next, we select the edges that we want to make sharp and bevel them with Ctrl+B. Check all the edges and apply the bevel to them. And with that, we finish. Maybe we will cover the remaining pieces in future videos.